A lot of talk has been about whether Jadon Sancho will finally land at Manchester United. It seems to be getting drawn out. Mark Ogden has the latest on this situation for us. Tell us a bit more about it, Mark.
Yeah, well, I don't see Sancho going to United anytime soon. From what I've been told, that Sancho hasn't even agreed personal terms with United yet, and his agent hasn't agreed his fee for negotiating the deal. So they haven't even got to the stage yet of speaking to Borussia Dortmund about a fee. So there are three key factors in this: play wages, agent's fee for the transfer with Dortmund, and none have been agreed. So I've been told that United are still some distance away from negotiating a fee with the agent. And in terms of players' wages, again, it's quite a long way away. So I mean, the window stays open until the beginning of October, so there's plenty of time to get this deal done. But it's turned into a bit of a saga, and I think United at some point will have to say, look, if we can't get Sancho done, we have to look at alternatives because it's such a small tournament before the start of the new season.
And you've been thinking of some alternatives yourself, and it may be a bit of a hot take for some, but you think that with the money that they've got, well, obviously, Cavani wouldn't cost any money. That's one player you've mentioned, to bring him in on a free and then spend the Sancho money on defenders and an N'golo Kante type player. So tell us more.
Yeah, listen, I think United's priorities are wrong at the minute. I think that they need, listen, if you, in an ideal world, you'd sign Jadon Sancho, of course you would. He's a great player, will add a lot to United. He'll score goals, make goals. But you look at United's attacking options right now: Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, Mason Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba. They're not short of attacking quality. They probably just need one extra goal scorer. But, is it worth spending 100 million plus on Jadon Sancho when you've got other areas that need dealing with? So for me, they need to tighten up at the back. They need to sign a centre half to play alongside Harry Maguire. They need to find at least one fullback to give competition to Luke Shaw or Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And I think, in midfield, if they had an N'Golo Kante, that would be perfect, because Nemanja Matic's age and Scott McTominay's inexperience, that they both suggest to me that they can't play 38 games next season. So Solskjaer really needs better defensive midfielders and better defenders. So rather than spend all that money on Jadon Sancho, spend it on your defensive side. Now, if you need to bring a striker in, Edinson Cavani is available on a free transfer. PSG have cancelled his contract now. He's not even there. He's not even in Lisbon at the moment to help him win the Champions League. So, for a year or two, get Cavani in. He would guarantee, I think, 20 goals a season in the Premier League, but it would also be a fantastic player for the likes of Rashford and Greenwood to learn from. And also, take the pressure off them as well. They're all quite young strikers at United. Cavani's been around the block a long time, and he could be like his Zlatan Ibrahimovic at United. He would bring that experience and that know-how to a young attacking outlet. Rather than spending all the money on Sancho, use the money somewhere else and just be smart and more strategic. But, for now, the focus remains on signing Jadon Sancho.
But with Edinson Cavani, obviously, he's proven during his time at Napoli and PSG, he's always getting at least 20 goals a season. Last season wasn't really his, didn't get the chance to do so much, wasn't very happy to be on the bench either after that early injury. Do you think that with a team as young as this, it is right to be bringing in a player at 33?
I think sometimes you need to. I think, United have got plenty of youth in that attacking lineup, and I think that sometimes you do need a bit of age and experience. And an example of that is Ogden. He's come in and brought that age and experience to the team, and obviously N'Golo and Cavani are completely the leagues apart in terms of quality. But N'Golo has shown the value of having an experienced older head around the squad just to take the pressure off the younger players. Cavani's a different level, and if you brought Cavani in, he would make those around him better. But if you're chasing a game with 20 minutes to go and you need a goal, you trust Edinson Cavani to have at least a chance. But it looks like he might end up elsewhere. I think Benfica are interested, but I think he could do a great job for a lot of teams in the Premier League. And for me, Man United is a perfect option, because N'Golo's going to go in January. He's going to go back to China. United always like a big name. Obviously, if the wages are too high, that'll be a problem. But I do think Cavani should be an option for Man United.
And whether it's the back line or defensive midfielders, is there anyone that you think would fit the bill nicely at Manchester United and they should be aiming for in those positions?
Well, we've seen in the Champions League that Upamecano at Leipzig is a great, promising young defender, French defender. I think him and Harry Maguire would be a great partnership at the back for United. For me, he would be a really good signing. It wouldn't be cheap, but he's an emerging player. And in terms of midfield, I don't see Chelsea letting Kante go. I do think Idrissa Gueye is as close to Kante as you can get, and PSG might let Idrissa Gueye go. So I think there are options out there, and there may be players that we don't know about that are rising stars in France or Germany or Italy that United are looking at. But I do think they need to find somebody who may be 23, 24, 25 that's been around a bit and can just bridge the gap between McTominay and Matic.
Maybe it isn't such a hot take after all then, Mark. Maybe if they don't get Jadon Sancho, they can get a bit more bang for their buck in terms of players.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.